What happens when a beloved TV mom breaks free from the role that made her famous and reveals a deeper, more powerful story behind the camera? In today's feature, we're diving into the fascinating life of Meredith Baxter, the woman who warmed America's hearts on Family Ties, faced personal and professional storms, and emerged as a bold, fearless advocate, actress, and author. From the bright lights of 1980s television to her most recent causes and personal triumphs, this is Meredith Baxter, then versus now. So, grab a seat, because this one is personal, powerful, and full of twists you never saw coming. Meredith Ann Baxter was born on June 21, 1947, in South Pasadena, California, into a family deeply rooted in showbiz. Her mother, Whitney Blake, was an actress and writer, best known for the sitcom Hazel. Her father, Tom Baxter, was a radio announcer. Show business was already in her blood, but it wasn't going to be an easy path. After graduating from Hollywood High School, she briefly attended Interlochen Center for the Arts in Michigan. But college didn't hold her attention long. Acting was calling, and she answered. In the early 1970s, Meredith got her first big break as Bridget Fitzgerald Steinberg in the daytime soap opera The Doctors. That small but crucial role opened doors. But it was the 1972 sitcom Bridget Loves Bernie, in which she starred opposite David Burney, who would later become her husband, that made her a household name. The show was controversial, depicting an interfaith marriage between a Catholic woman and a Jewish man, but it became one of CBS's highest-rated shows of that season. Despite its success, it was cancelled after just one season. Still, Baxter had arrived. By the late 1970s, Meredith Baxter became an icon of American television drama with her role in the Emmy-winning series Family, 1976 to 1980, where she played Nancy Lawrence Maitland, a young divorcee with 2 kids, navigating life and heartbreak. Then came her career-defining role, Elise Keaton on the smash hit NBC sitcom Family Ties, 1982 to 1989. As the liberal, loving mom to Michael J. Fox's conservative, wisecracking Alex P. Keaton, Meredith won hearts across the nation. She brought elegance, intelligence, and emotional depth to a sitcom that resonated with millions. Behind the scenes, though, things weren't always picture-perfect. Throughout the 1980s, Meredith appeared to have it all: fame, family, and respect. But she was silently suffering in her personal life. She was married 3 times, including to actor David Burney. Their relationship was allegedly tumultuous, and years later, Meredith would claim that Burney had been emotionally and physically abusive, something he denied. These experiences left deep scars. She also battled alcoholism for years, keeping it hidden even while working on Family Ties. Eventually, she sought help and got sober in 1990. Her courage to later speak about this struggle made her an inspiration to many going through similar issues. In the 1990s and early 2000s, Meredith Baxter reinvented herself as the queen of Lifetime and TV movies. From battered wives to overworked moms, she brought raw emotion to every role. Standout films include A Woman Scorned, The Betty Broderick Story, 1992, perhaps her most gripping performance. My Breast, 1994, where she played a journalist battling breast cancer. The Kissing Place, Murder on the Rio Grande, and many others. She was no longer just the sitcom mom. She was proving her acting chops in deeper, often darker roles. In 2009, at age 62, Meredith Baxter made a deeply personal announcement. She came out publicly as a lesbian. "I am a lesbian," and it was a later-in-life recognition, she told Today's Show host Matt Lauer. The revelation was met with a wave of support. She had been in a relationship with contractor Nancy Locke, whom she later married in 2013. This chapter of her life was one of liberation and clarity. Meredith described it as finally stepping into her full, authentic self. In 2011, Meredith released her best-selling memoir, Untied, a memoir of family, fame, and floundering. In it, she candidly discusses her difficult marriages, the emotional abuse she says she endured, her battles with addiction, coming to terms with her sexual identity. The book was raw, moving, and empowering. It showcased not only her storytelling ability, but her emotional intelligence and capacity for growth. Now in her late 70s, Meredith Baxter leads a quieter, fulfilled life. She still acts occasionally, with guest roles on shows like Glee, Cold Case, and The Young and the Restless. She spends most of her time advocating for causes close to her heart, LGBTQ+ rights, addiction recovery awareness, breast cancer awareness, domestic abuse prevention. She also runs a small business called Baxter Designs, where she creates and sells handmade products and artwork. Despite the ups and downs, she has emerged respected, radiant, and real. Then, Meredith Baxter was the picture-perfect mother of TV's golden age, poised, polished, and seemingly untouchable. Now, she is a survivor, a truth-teller, and a symbol of what it means to grow into your true self, unapologetically. She's no longer just Elise Keaton. She's Meredith Baxter, actress, author, activist, survivor. Meredith Baxter's story is one of resilience. She transformed pain into purpose, and fame into a platform. From a beloved sitcom mom to a brave voice for truth and equality, she's proven that it's never too late to be who you really are. If this story inspired you, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more iconic then versus now journeys, and drop a comment below. What Meredith Baxter moment touched your heart the most?